Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Beyond the Veil Tarot and Astrology. My name is Candace Marie, and I am back at it with your monthly horoscope for August of 2025. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm excited to be here. Honestly, August is a cosmic roller coaster this month. We're going to be seeing a lot of stuff going on. We've got some bold Leo vibes, obviously, and a game-changing Aquarius full moon. Now, Mars is going to be shaking things up in the sign of Libra, and I'll be breaking down your personal sign's horoscope with a focus on the month ahead, where it is kind of hitting in your houses, what's going on with your chart ruler, and how to make sense of it all. So please enjoy these personalized horoscopes for your sun, moon, or rising sign to slay August's energy. Now, you guys can take a look at this list right here. These are all the transits that I'm going to be going through for your horoscope this month. Equally, they're going to be down below in the description if you would like to make a copy of them. But the major highlights, obviously, month kicks off with the sun in Leo, and then we're going to see Mars entering into Libra on August 6th. We'll have a full moon in Aquarius at 16 degrees. That'll be taking place on August the 9th. Now, Mercury will be going direct in Leo, which means the Mercury retrograde's over. Still have a little bit of shadow. That'll be taking place on August 11th. And the longly anticipated, Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, also on August 11th. Now, the sun then shifts into Virgo on the 22nd of the month, and we will see the first of two Virgo new moons, okay? So that's kind of rare and unusual. The second one will be a solar eclipse in September of 2025. So knowing that we're about a few short weeks out from coming into September's eclipse season, know that some of you guys might start feeling the rumbles of change. So in particular, if you have any personal planets or placements in the signs of Virgo or Pisces, that's what you guys are really going to be wanting to look for. Now, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And without further ado, let's get started. Cancer and Cancer rising. August 2025 is all about your worth as well as your stability. So you're going to find that you're focusing on finances and self-value this month with a touch of social sparkle. Now, your chart ruler, the moon, is really highlighting the full moon in Aquarius, which will be taking place in your 8th house later this month. And that is really going to be highlighting anything revolving around intensity, intense emotional shifts, vulnerability, and aligning with other people. Now, you want to lean into your intuition to navigate the transformation this month. That is going to be your, way to navigate this. So if we look at what's happening at the beginning of the month starts off with the sun in the sign of Leo. So the sun in Leo is really highlighting areas of self-worth. Obviously, money, finances are going to be the focus. You have noticed throughout the last couple of weeks that there has been a Mercury retrograde here. So really the focus is like on budgeting wisely and investing in yourself. I do feel like by the time you're getting to later in the month, there is going to be a pretty significant financial glow up. So you have that to kind of look forward to. Now, on the 6th of the month, you're going to see Mars going into the sign of Libra, and this will be going into your natal 4th house. Which can honestly be a little bit more tricky or challenging for my cardinal signs. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, they're all feeling the heat this month. If you're a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, about 0 to 5 degrees, you're going to be feeling this a little bit more intensely, so watch out. The energy will be surging at home, okay? So the positive is that this is perfect for making changes. I always tell people when you have Mars in your 4th house, come up with a to-do list. There's always that thing that's broken or something you want to fix or something that you want to tweak or change. Use that list this month to kind of avoid some of the heavier energies that we're going to be seeing with oppositions to your career house. Watch out for disruptions in home or family life, okay? So Mars is connecting to younger people, romantic partners, or children. It's also connected to career. So there can be this feeling that's like work and home are kind of in the same space. So there is some tension kind of being pulled between the two. Try to navigate any conflict with care. Focus more on your domestic drive and making things happen. Could be a lot of changes going on with home, family, and finances because you're going to see a grand air trine that's kind of setting up between Pluto in your 8th house and Uranus in your 12th. Some of you guys might feel like it's also time to move, or it's time to start building something. Now, on the 8th of the month, you're going to see then Mars come into opposition with Saturn, and this is not an easy aspect. It is challenging. Obviously, Saturn rules relationships and also money, and so it's in your 10th house of work and career. So what this kind of materializes as is, you being in a situation where there's tension between your home life or your family or your career. You have to stay patient because there can be work demands, but then there's stuff going on that's calling you back home. And you may find that there is like a need to kind of find the balance between, work ambition and home and emotional needs. Now, on the 9th of the month, you're going to see an 8th house full moon in Aquarius, and being ruled by the moon, this is pretty prominent, obviously. You're going to find that this is really lighting up shared resources or anything connected to deep emotions. I do expect a potential financial or emotional breakthrough, and this is a time of transformative release. The full moon will be featuring Uranus in Gemini, and that is in your 12th house. So this could come through therapy. This could come through some kind of astrology reading, through some kind of possibly even like shift when it comes to your spiritual practice. But there is going to be some kind of an emotional release that will be kind of coming from that. Now, on the 9th of the month, you're going to see Neptune in Aries in opposition to Mars in Libra. So more of that tension between home and family stuff. I kind of see this manifesting for you guys as confusion now revolving around home or career goals. And there's a lot of like, should I be moving for this job? Should I be quitting my job and going back home? Like, how can my, career stuff be helping facilitate what I need at home, or is it not cutting it? And do I have to make a change in one of these two arenas? Trust your gut, but this is not a time to be making any dramatic, sudden decisions, and, have clear intentions, because there's not a lot of like clarity that's coming up with some of these oppositions. So it's not a time to say, yes, I am going to quit my job and move across the country, or I am going to be, kind of buying that house without looking at it. Don't make any big decisions in these two departments during that day, okay? Then we'll see on the 11th as well, the Mercury direct in Leo. So we're going to end the Mercury retrograde. It's over. We will no longer see slowing down or limitations as much when it comes to your finances. So financial talks definitely clear up. It's a good time to review budgets or maybe negotiate deals. I do anticipate you're going to have more money clarity that's going to be kind of coming through with that transit. And on the 11th, we will see Saturn sextile Uranus in Gemini, and Saturn in your career house is sextiling Uranus in your 12th house. And what this is kind of bringing up for you is, focusing on, with the Saturn Neptune retrograde, career discipline, career vision. And there is this like, side of you that's like now navigating things more intuitively. Is it time to make this move? Should I apply for that job? Should I try to like launch this business? And so I think it's really about trusting your vision and seeing opportunities for professional growth. You may find that the full moon brought about some kind of ending, and, Uranus rules the 8th house. So with this sextile, it's like trying to see the silver lining. That's like, well, this ended, but this began, or this is wrapping up and it's making space for me to do something new. Probably one of the best transits all month long is going to be the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. And obviously it's in your sign. So that'll be happening on the 11th. And obviously this is going to make you more magnetic, right? You're going to feel like, you're getting this very lucky boost when it comes to your confidence, when it comes to your beauty, good things working out for you when it comes to Venus stuff. So it's not just your appearance, but Venus represents your home or your family, your emotions, your friends. So if there has been some difficult home or kind of work, stuff going on, you're going to go, thank God I have people in my corner. Thank God I've got somebody who's, got my back or who's willing to kind of help me. Like, we're going to turn this into a good situation. And you're going to look back at this time and go, it was a good thing that happened. That was the best thing that ever happened to me. So outside of just the aesthetic, you're going to look beautiful, good glow up kind of day. I think it's going to be really good for you when it comes to friendships and home goals. All right, so shine bright with that and watch for the personal abundance. And then on the 22nd of the month, the sun then shifts into Virgo, where it's going to be in your third house. And obviously, this is where communication as well as learning gets very practical. So this is a time where you're going to go, okay, the next several weeks, I'm organizing my thoughts, focusing on clearer expression, maybe some short distance trips. There can be also, a sense of being able to focus on communication, working on websites, writing, learning things, vehicles, siblings, all the third house stuff. And then the next day, you will actually have what will be the first of what will be 2 new moons in Virgo. So you're going to have one that's going to be at 0 degrees. And then you're going to have another one that's going to be in September. That's going to be at 29 degrees, which will be a solar eclipse. So universe is giving us a double dose of Virgo energy. It's friendly for you, Cancer. It does sextile your sign. So the more that you're kind of in touch with your values, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your emotions, the more that you're going to be able to kind of organize and better communicate and connect. So this is all about fresh ideas, I think, with this new moon, maybe setting intentions for better communication or learning, or if you want to move, you want to sign a contract, you want to start podcasting or some kind of media, you can start after that date. On the 25th, we will see then Venus leave your sign and move into Leo. And this is why I believe that finances are actually going to get better the second half of August, because Venus loves the second house. She will be blessing you more financially as she goes through this part of your sky. And what's going to happen here is she's going to give your money and your self-worth a bit of like a glamorous boost. So this is about treating yourself wisely. There's going to be a little bit more financial flair. Maybe you're investing in art, beauty, style, cosmetic stuff, things revolving around your home, or you're feeling like being more generous with friends and family. That can definitely be a theme as well. Now, on the 28th of the month, you'll see Uranus come into a sextile with Neptune. And what that's bringing up for you is obviously spiritual insights that's inspiring, making some pretty significant career moves. You're already thinking about that with Saturn retrograde in your 10th house, but I feel like you're really using your intuition to fuel your professional ambitions. All right, well, quite a bit, but I would say in a nutshell, with Mars and Libra this month, guys, tackle those home projects, okay? Just avoid family arguments around the 8th. Maybe consider doing a DIY project or anything like that you can kind of channel your energy into, or get your mind off of work. And when that full moon in Aquarius comes in, I want you guys to be asking yourself, what am I ready to release? What am I ready to let go of? You may have to reflect on debt or emotional baggage, but you could find that there could be some healing that can come through your dreams. When Venus is in conjunction to Jupiter in your sign, I want you guys on August 11th, show off your charm. Take a photo. You're going to experience some kind of glow up and find that pitching yourself is going to go very well. And it's just, I think, such a beautiful transit for you guys. So you'll have to show me some of your selfies. And then when the new moon in Virgo comes through, I want you guys to consider starting journaling. Maybe it can be a time also where you can take a short course or you can pick up a new book on self-help or wellness. And I want you guys to be reminding yourself that your words create your own reality. So Cancer, this month is all about valuing yourself, transforming your foundation. And remember that the moon is going to be kind of guiding you. So pay attention to those new and full moons. They are very significant for you. Let's see what the tarot says for the month ahead for August. Ooh, I like this card for you. You get the Lover's card. Which is interesting because this is very much like there is this connection to Gemini with this card. There is about options and choices. I think that for a lot of you guys, you're going to feel like you're being pulled into different directions. And that can very much be the Lover's card. It's like, do I do this or do I do that? Do I give in temptation or I do that? And I think some of you guys are going to have this natural knee-jerk reaction, especially if you're an early degree Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, to say it's got to be all or nothing, or it's got to be this, or it's got to be that. And I would say, actually, this is about weighing out your options and your choices and really kind of deciding before you go in a particular direction. Now, this could also be about love and romance, right? Certainly, there's nothing really big kind of going on with, your 7th house, but Uranus is sextiling Saturn. So you might find that you're dreaming of connecting with somebody, that there is a feeling or a hunch that you have that somebody is coming in, or that there's a connection with someone. And there could be a more kind of like sexy, kind of lustier vibe that can kind of come through with Jupiter and Venus in your first house. Maybe look out for Gemini connections. This can also be indicating that you're feeling torn. You're like, there's things that I love about both of these people or both of these situations. And you're like, I just don't know which one to pick. And I would say, try to hold off at least until Mercury goes direct, because we don't want to make any decisions until the communication is a little bit clearer later in the month. All right, so that's your August 2025 horoscope. I hope it's helpful for you guys. Obviously, this month is all about balancing moves with inner clarity. Drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing with this month's energy. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and sharing is caring. You also want to make sure that you check out your sun, moon, and rising predictions. You got to look at all 3 videos to kind of get a general insight as to what's going to be going on this month. And make sure you guys are subscribed. You want to stay in the know with some of the eclipses that are going to be coming next month in September. Now you can see more about me and my work, book a personal reading, pick up a personal transit calendar, or I teach astrology as well as tarot. So check out the links below. Head over to my website at beyondtheveiltarot.com. Until then, I'll see you guys the next month. I hope August is a beautiful month for you.